I started playing golf as an adult. I kept telling myself to work harder, not to get discouraged. What we need to learn is not how skilled players feel. There's a mode where your own personal feel can develop naturally. I call this the improvement mode. Hello everyone, I'm Kenyu from Japan. I'm learning English so I can share my insights with golfers around the world and help awaken the hidden potential within you. Since I'm still new to English, feel free to correct me if I make any mistakes.
It's been a little over a year since I started my YouTube channel. Thanks to all of you, I've reached 10,000 subscribers in Japan. I really appreciate it.
I started playing golf as an adult, about 10 years ago, around age 30. For about 2 years, my scores were well over 140. But I was determined to improve. So I practiced hard and eventually bringing my score down to the 100 to 120 range. However, I got stuck there for another 3 years. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't break through. So I kept telling myself to work harder, not to get discouraged, but it felt like I hit a wall. And eventually, I convinced myself that maybe I just didn't have the talent, or maybe I didn't have enough time to practice. But I didn't completely give up. What I did was let go of the idea that I could improve by continuing what I've been doing. Instead, I discovered a new approach, focusing on the club first. So that's when my game started to improve rapidly. And now I consistently shoot in the 70s and 80s, enjoying golf without any stress. So I thought about taking lessons at first, but I was determined to improve on my own. I naively believed I could break 100 quickly, but boy, was I wrong. I practiced using tips I heard like grip, stance, and keeping my head still, but I wasn't getting anywhere. One day, one of my friends recommended a great YouTube channel, and I got hooked. It was a pro golfer giving lessons to both amateurs and pros. I learned new concepts like hitting down on the ball, leading with the hands, and right hand steering. Watching these videos, I thought, so that's how the pros do it. I kept trying out new techniques at the range, and eventually, I started hitting some nice shots. Then I began thinking, oh, maybe I'll break 100 on my next round. Yes, but then on a golf course, it was a disaster. I'd go back to the range a few days later and think, wait, how was I hitting it last time? And my swing would be even worse than before. It was a tough cycle of hope and disappointment. Over time, I developed a theory. Pros practice every day, right? But I don't have that kind of time. So maybe I can't ever truly ingrain a swing. I started doubting my own ability and focusing on why I couldn't improve. But still, I didn't give up. I kept watching YouTube and trying the luck in those occasional good shots. It took me a full year to realize my theory was wrong. So, we live in an age of overwhelming information, and you can learn almost any golf technique for free on YouTube. There's a wealth of information out there, and most of it is probably correct. But even with all this correct information, the percentage of amateur golfers who actually improve hasn't changed. In fact, US stats show that year after year, the number of golfers with a handicap hasn't increased. And if you include those without a handicap, most golfers aren't improving at all. Most of the golf content creators out there have been great at golf since they were young, often playing from childhood or school days. They have ingrained the techniques, the body movements, and the practice routines long ago. When they share their knowledge on YouTube, it's based on the sensations of someone who's already skilled. So that's the key. They are sharing their sensations. Things like, in this situation, you should swing like this. It works for them, but their body and swing are different from yours and mine. A grip change as small as 1 millimeter can completely change how everything feels. And the same goes for posture, hand position, and even mental approach. Golf pros have different swing preference too. Some hit with their right hand. Others avoid using it at all. Some bend their knees a lot. Others keep them straight. Whether they swing steep or shallow, it's all just their personal feel. Even if you learn great techniques, if your sense of how to handle the club is different, you won't fully understand what the drill is for. Just because half swings work for pro doesn't mean they are the best practice for you. So, what we need to learn is not how skilled players feel. It's the strategies and processes they followed to become skilled in the first place. People forget what it was like when they were still learning. Pros who studied golf as juniors often forget the strategies they used, if they ever had any. As kids, we have fewer thoughts and can absorb everything more easily. Our bodies just respond naturally to the club, and over time, it becomes ingrained in our subconscious. That's why many pros today can't explain exactly how they developed their skills. For us, who studied golf as adults, with all our knowledge, reasoning power, and physical ability, it's different. We don't improve by just understanding the theory of golf swing. What we need to learn is the strategy and process that lead to improvement. Results don't come from just knowing the answers. They come from following the plan that builds your own personal feel. And there's a mode where your own personal feel can develop naturally. I call this the improvement mode. This is what I share on my channel. On this channel, I won't just teach you how to hit the ball better. I'll show you how to actually get better at golf. I hope my content can help kickstart your own improvement.
Please subscribe and give a thumbs up. Let's enjoy our practice together. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。